Namaskaram to everyone present here. Kekirda? Sir. My pranams to Swami Mitrananda Maharaji. Now let me indulge in a bit of childish fantasy. If the colonization project had been complete, total and successful, we will probably now be having on the dais, instead of revered Swami Mitrananda, we'll be having Reverend Mitrananda. Colonization has no color. I won't say white is colonization and saffron is decolonization. But history records that the project of colonization was also carried out through Kazakh. The theme of decolonization is in consonance with the Dravidian model. See, in 1969, till then we were state of Madras. Then we became state of Tamil Nadu. Till 1996, the capital was Madras. Then it became Chennai. So the process of decolonizing the names started here. So it's appropriate that Sri Balbirji's book is being launched from Chennai. Friends, there is one area where the colonization project was so successful and it is still ruling the roost. And obviously that is the legal system. Quite a few of my lawyer friends are here and they will testify to that. Many of you may be rejoicing that 3 new acts have now come. They'll come into force from 1st of June or July. But friends, let me be a bit blunt and outspoken. I am delighted that then we are having Hindi names. I am delighted about that. We should all rejoice. But personally, I am disappointed. The content virtually remains the same. Of course, changing names is the first step. But we should not stop there. We should travel far beyond. I'll give you only one small example. Let me take the Evidence Act. See, we have the section 68 and 69. How do we prove a will? A will has to be proved by examining at least one of the attesting witnesses. Suppose he is not to be found, he is dead, whatever. Then 69 says the will has to be proved by proving that it is in his handwriting. Friends, I have been having civil portfolio also. I happen to deal with wills registered way back in 1954. Obviously, the attester would have died. Probably would have taken rebirth also. But the poor litigant has to prove that the writing of that, no, it is in his own handwriting. How can he prove all that? We have so many such stupid provisions in our statute book. And as Bharathiya Sakshi Adhinayam, instead of 68 and 69, it has become 67 and 68, that's all. Ditto, word for word, same language. Except that reference to UK, in all other respects, we still retain the same thing. The same nonsensical stuff. See, now the core issue is, what is the concept of proof? How do they prove a thing? We should be bothered about those things. Friends, this entire colonial thing, their whole obsession is with procedure. But our Bharatiya idea of justice is all about truth. See, Satyameva Jayate, it's not an empty slogan. We really mean it. Friends, I will give you only one example, which I personally argued. I am quite fond of quoting this case. There is a driver, he is driving a bus. And he's driving a bus. A scooter is going in ahead in front of him. As his dharma is to knock him down. He knocked him down. PTC bus, what does they do? The poor guy falls down. He is severely injured. He is taken to the hospital. En route, he dies. The driver is prosecuted for negligent driving, convicted, given 1 year. Magistrate confirms, Sessions Court also confirms, then revision to the High Court. that brief comes to me. And I was going through all the earlier case laws and all, old 1981, 82 Madras judgments. See, in this case, the person did not die on the spot. He died en route to the hospital. So the only way his death and the accident, they can be linked is through the post-mortem certificate. The doctor had correctly certified that this death was due to the head injury suffered by him. But unfortunately, that great prosecutor did not examine the doctor. That post-mortem certificate was marked through the police. There was one judgment which said it should be marked only through the author of the document. Probably somebody like Dr. Vandana had given that one. Vandana was not examined. Only that essay only examined. So the judgment said you should not even look at the post-mortem certificate. Relying on that judgment, I said, you look, no, I just told the judge, it was Justice Selvam, A. Selvam. I said, Judge, you can't even look into the certificate. Please ignore, eschew it from consideration. And once you take that PM certificate away, there was nothing to connect the death with that accident. I got acquitted. This is what is procedure all about. I met up professionally, I have succeeded. But just imagine, it's so stupid, na? Utterly stupid. And I can assure you, only our constitution is transformative in character. But rest of all the other statutes, they still, their colonial hangover. See, some 20 years ago, Justice Kadju, he said, we still are talking about Maxwell on interpretation. Why not Mimamsa on interpretation, where there are so many principles? And few years ago, Justice Abdul Nasir, sitting as a Supreme Court judge, he gave a very rousing talk on decolonizing the Indian legal system. Of course, it provoked a very vicious response from the woke community, if I use that word. But then, we can't, stop all that. See, as a sitting judge, I can tell you, there is so much of load. And there's one famous joke. One bull, it was running away from a forest. It was 100 kilometers per hour. Somebody was asking, why are you running away from the forest? The bull said, look, the Prime Minister has passed a decree saying that all cows will be arrested and therefore I'm running away. They asked, hey, you are not a cow, man. You are a bull. Even if you are a cow, we will engage Ramjit Malani and prove that you are a bull. So why are you running away? Be cool, they said. That bull said, no. See, now they will arrest me. And to prove that I am a bull, it will be 20 years. And therefore, what is the use? In fact, this joke, it contains a substantial grain of truth. And many of my lawyer friends will testify. A second appeal filed by them, it takes not less than 20 years, sometimes even 30 years to get disposed of. See, our legal system, I tell you, it has failed. And if we go in the same old route, and we are in for really, really bad times. See, I'm not, I know this statement will, provoke a bit of a controversy, but from a very, very authentic source. See, I don't believe in making gossipy, general sweeping statements. I won't. I was told one retired High Court judge has built a palatial bungalow in a hill station, not less than 5 crores. And everybody in the locality is aware of that. But tell me, can you prosecute and jail him? No way. Our procedure will easily come to his rescue. It's just simply impossible. We know about so many politicians, ministers who amassed wealth, ill-gotten money. But what can you do about it? Virtually nothing. Why? Because the procedure is like that. And therefore, that is for this reason, I view this theme of decolonization only to rescue our system. See, they talk about disruption. Disruption is something creative force unleashed to shake the status quo. And only if we decolonize the Indian legal system, the cause of justice will be served, and it will not be served in any other manner. And I congratulate our great author. This book, all of us, we must buy this. All of us must read this, imbibe the message contained therein. And I must congratulate not only the author, the publisher, everybody. And Vigil for organizing this book launch function. Satyanarayana, I think he deliberately withheld that information. He said Vigil was started in 1981. It was a very vibrant organization. Suddenly it vanished, and we are trying to revive it. For the benefit of Satyanarayana and others, let me tell, I was the secretary of Vigil for 10 long years. I left when the Madurai bench was started, looking for greener pastures. I left for Madurai. And after 2004, Vigil went into dawn. I'm really delighted that an organization with which I was so associated is now back in action. I congratulate the organizers for reviving this organization. And again, I'm on a very sentimental note I would like to end. Way back in late 80s and early 90s, Vigil used to organize, Mr. Swaminathan Sharma was there. He used to organize talks in AYODHYA on Article 370. See, at the time we all thought, it's all, we all wanted to come to be true, but then we were not quite sure. But now, 370 is gone, Ram Temple has come. It's all a reality. Vigil program organized 35 years ago, they are now a reality. And today, on the theme of decolonization, Vigil has organized a program. There is something called, since Vandana is here, there is a doctors, what is more important is kairasi. That's very important. Therefore, I think Vigil has got kairasi, I believe. And the dream of our beloved author and journalist, Shri Balbir Pungji, it will come true in times to come. Thank you so much.